8:30 on this Tuesday morning. My name is Simon Rusnak, and the waiter-owner of Fusion Grill, Scot McTaggart, has popped into the studio. Hey, Scot.
Pop. Hey, good morning, Simon.
It's great to see you here. A sort of icy pop, if you will. It's a cold one this morning.
Well, you know it is cold, Simon, but I always say that talking about the weather is like talking about your ex. It always ends the same, and nobody wants to hear it.
And yet it's something we Winnipeggers do all the time. Hey, so I made sure to have a big breakfast before you came in the studio because you always make me hungry, so I tried to get ahead this time. You're here to talk about the latest updates to the Fusion Grill menu.
Yes.
It is the change of the seasons, and the reason why I bring up the weather is with a new season comes a new menu, comes new items for Chef Lorna to play with. How has the change gone over from summer to fall and now the beginnings of winter?
Well, it went over pretty quick.
Yeah, not much of a fall. Yeah,
exactly, but we do have some lovely autumn squashes that Chef will see on the medley of vegetables that are on the entrees, and the soup of tomorrow will be fantastic with roasted acorn and butternut squash with warm spice, cumin, coriander, and coconut, and gorgeous little things for garnishes like sunflower seed brittle, and to add some textural contrast to it, and just warm, nice fall flavors.
Is that the direction things typically go this time of year at Fusion Grill? I mean, do you get back to those kind of more hearty, rich, sort of like roasted flavors in that time and the warmth that they provide?
Absolutely. I mean, we're, and interesting as well. I mean, fishing season opened up, commercial fishing season opened up, so we've got some of our favorites back on the menu, and like pickerel cheeks and pasta. So there's a beautiful appetizer on the menu now with the Chef Lorna makes. It's a leek tortellini with pickerel cheeks and a cashew chili lime vinaigrette, and oh my gosh, that's tasty. I just love the reaction of our diners when they look at me and they look at their empty plate, and they look at me and they look at their empty plate. You know, they're thinking, should I have another one of those?
Yeah. We've been there, and I mean, I'm always tempted. I mean, one of the things that's definitely caught my eye here is this pan-roasted Lake Kissimmee Northern Pike. Where is that lake? I mean, that is a big part of what you guys do.
Lake Kissimmee is right by Lake Kissimmee.
All right. Excellent. Of course, helpful. I knew it. Good.
It's up north. It's at the end of the road almost. It's 2 flat tires and an empty tank of gas for me the last time I was up there. But it's a gorgeous, pristine northern waters just past Flin Flon, and a good friend, really. I started off as a supplier, but Barry Makowski from Bearcat Fisheries supplies. I buy direct from Barry, and we're always trying to mitigate the time to plate, if you know what I mean. Right. So if we can, at certain times a year, serve you fish that the only way you could get it fresher was if you caught it yourself, then I think we're doing a great job. Start with great ingredients, right? And then don't mess them up. That's a great dish that Chef Lorna has put together with the cauliflower fritter and all the different flavors and textures.
Well, the reason why I also bring it up is because local is such a big thing. You guys were doing it before it was a thing over at Fusion Grill, and making sure you have those local suppliers first and foremost on the menu, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we like to support the fisher folk, farm families. It's all part of. I'm a firm believer. I love culture. I mean, I love the arts, and there's agriculture too, right? And there's an understanding of where our food comes from and why. And local is great, but I think what we've been able to do is we've been able to say it's not just local, but it's the best local. And why is it local? And sort of identifying things like, why is Northern Pike from Lake Kissimmee better than Northern Pike from, say, Lake Winnipeg, or something like that. And that's the fun part of it. That's the part where we really celebrate the food, where it comes from, and the people that we get the food from.
Yeah, it's all part of the process, right?
Yeah.
When you were last in, you were talking about the new digs, the updated digs.
Yeah.
How have you guys settled into the renos? I mean, they're fully done now. I think last time you were just finishing painting yourself, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Setting up the lines or something.
Well, you know what? It's like a new toy, right? It gets to play with this new toy. It's all shiny and fun, and it's great. And then somebody spills a drink against the wall, and your steam starts coming out of my ears, and I can't say anything. Oh, my God, I don't want to be that guy. It's, all of a sudden, I start sounding like my mom with the shag carpet in the living room. And if you walk across that living room, you better get the rake out. Maybe I'm dating myself there, but it's been great. I mean, the response from our guests, really, really nice. And I mean, it's funny too, because our real regular, patrons, I don't like to say the word regular, but anyways, our patrons, some of them really don't even notice. And at first that kind of threw me a bit, but then I went, you know what? They have always loved the food here. They've always come for the food and what it is. And everything else was secondary to them. So, why would all of a sudden my shiny new toy, you know what I mean? Like sort of write them up. So it's kind of neat. But then, Saturday night this weekend, I mean, we had some really nice people in, and they were all, some of them, the regulars coming in saying like, wow, just love it, and just nice and effusive with how warm, they felt in the room. And not that it wasn't warm before, but, things change, right? And, toys get old.
Yeah, so why not update them? So, I mean, I'm glad to hear people are still coming in, still discovering the place, and still going back for those favorites with this ever-changing menu as things continue to adjust. Anything else new or major updating life-wise over at the 550 Academy Road?
We have, I'll shill a little bit here, and shameless hucksterism. We have our annual gift certificate sale has started. So, you buy a $50 gift certificate, and I'm going to give you a $20 bonus gift certificate. It's a great value. We only do it once a year. And it's on and right until Christmas Eve. It's their last chance, and it's a great. You think of all the things you could buy for $50. You could give somebody a nice bottle of wine at Fusion Grill. Introduce them to the restaurant. I mean, the $20 bonus. I mean, that's a nice lunch at the restaurant. So, there's that's a great little stocking stuffer, and people will double them and triple them up too, and make frequent visits to the restaurant in the new year. So it's that's going on strong, and of course we are. Christmas holiday party central as the snow hits the ground and people are thinking about celebrating the December and the New Year. So we're booking private parties and just parties of all sizes in the restaurant, and that's always a fun thing to do. I get to talk to these poor people in the office that are delegated with being the party planner for the year. So we try and make it as easy for them as possible.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? No pressure there, so just alleviate that pressure by heading to Fusion Grill.
Exactly.
Scott, thanks so much for coming in this morning. Always a pleasure seeing you, and always a pleasure hearing about these latest menu creations by Chef Lorna. I mean, it's great stuff. It really, really is.
Much appreciated, Simon, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
You can visit Scot McTaggart over at Fusion Grill, 550 Academy Road. Visit fusiongrill.mb.ca for more details.